Hello there, my name is Tumitadi and welcome to my world. And this world is a world of Cover the Shoe. Listen, if you do have any questions, feel free to leave them down below on the comment section. So why am I doing this? I just want to share the knowledge and of how far I've gotten with that knowledge, and applying it practically. So we are in VS Code, and this is my system. I like to call it a system, right? Today, when I talk about global usings in C Sharp, right? So I have how many projects? One, two, can we move this? Yes, I have. So this is how I like to group them. So this is a solution. I have a project, cover the shoe underscore Azure functions, and then DAL, which is data access layer, all about my databases. And I have a mobile for .NET MAUI, both Android and iOS are targeted there. And I have web. Now this is a very interesting one. This is both MVC and API. Right, cool. But I want to talk about the global usings. So let's see the first project. Do we have a global usings? Indeed, we do have a global usings. Now, if I tap on it, so this is what you would see, right? So it needs to be a class, right? At the top level of the entire project. It should not be, well, I don't know. Listen, what would happen if there's a file, it's inside a folder of some sort? Will it still be globally accessible? Let me know if you know the answer to that question. So I like to group them first and foremost. You have to start with the keyword global and then say using system, right? And then obviously you have to end with a semicolon, because if you don't, it's gonna show some error, right? Good. I like to group them like this based on system, okay, then Newtonsoft, and then Microsoft Azure, then extension. Now that's how I do it, right? So this project has one data access layer. Oh yes, we do have. Now here it's all about, remember this required attribute, foreign key attribute, the key attribute, right? This is where they come from, and everything about Microsoft, and different folders, because I have multiple folders. I like to group things logically. And then let's go to mobile. Also, mobile has a global usings. I'll come back to this one. I'll come back and I'll tell you why. Let's see. Web. Remember this project, né? It has support for both API and MVC, right? Still, I have global usings. Let me start with this one. I normally like to do this and say, this is general. Like this is general, right? Because I have a folder called installers and utilities, right? There's a lot that's going on inside the installers and utilities. There's a lot that goes in there, right? And then here I say specifically this for the MVC project, right? Then here I say specifically this is the focus for the web API. Now this is very important. You will see that cover the shoe, which is the name of the project, and then this is folder contract. Go inside a subfolder called API. Do you see that? That's API. So for V1, and because I like when I add something new, I instantly go there. Do you understand? Right. So the same thing with the MVC. You see that there's MVC, MVC, MVC. So that's how I do it, right? And then here, this is all the NuGet package, the defaults, all the NuGet package. Like I said, I like to group them logically. And I say these are all Microsoft stuff, and this is all Azure stuff, and then Quest PDF. And then if they're going like solo, it's fine, but I don't want to group them. I like to group them like this. I don't want to mess things up, right? These ones, they go hand in hand, right? Let me go back to that one of .NET MAUI. So this one is very interesting. The global using in this project, we can use these directives, right? If we are targeting Android, you're going to enable these ones. Microsoft MAUI.controls.compatibility.platform.android, specifically for Android. Also plugin.firebase.android. Else if, or elif, then this will be for iOS. And there's something I'm doing specifically for iOS that I want only to target for iOS. So this is the flexibility, right? And also these are the defaults, system, Syncfusion, Camera, Newtonsoft, Fingerprint, Firebase. Let's see. There's everything about Maui. Now, there'll be times where you see something like this. That means they're saying using directive it's unnecessary. It is, trust me, necessary. I'm not sure why it does that. Can someone tell me? Because if I remove this, I'm gonna get some errors. It's being used somewhere, but it's not being active. Maybe this is for let's see, this handlers compatibility and platform compatibility. I think this might be platform specific. If you know what this could be, please let us share, and then we'll discuss it further. I'll investigate. While I'm there, if you have any questions of what I'm currently showing you right now, and you would like to know more about this specific topic, which is global usings in C#, please do let me know. If you want to know why I decided to do this, in fact, I'll show you. Let me finish this. And these are all the plugins for local notification, community toolkit. This is for Maui and this is for MVVM. Like I said, I like to be clean and thorough. And these are all utilities and all my models. If I add a class, a model, I know quickly this is where it's going to go. And now these are the view models. These are the services. And these are all the views, right? So let's look at something. Let's use example of web. Let's go to let's do AutoMapper, right? I was working recently on this. You see this for MVC. Let's get inside client profile, right? This is a profile. This is AutoMapper, right? I'm mapping. Now I like to keep it neat and clean like this. That's where global usings comes in handy. Now this guy obviously comes from a class AutoMapper.profile, right? What will happen? Let's make sure it's open. Let's go back to global usings. Here is AutoMapper, right? Global using AutoMapper. If I do this, if I comment it out here, now notice it's already crying, and not only there, I'm sure other places it's already crying. Let's see, it is crying here. Do you understand? Because of now AutoMapper, you see, it's crying. Now, this is something that's very interesting. Global using specifically this example of AutoMapper, it's flexible. I can use it for MVC targets. I can also use it for APIs target, right? Now, coming back to the example, so I would then need to do this quick fix using AutoMapper. But this will solve a problem on this one particular file. Let's go back to this one and say, I can even do a create map. Can I fix? No, but let's go globally. There we go. So you see, this is fixing this particular class or this particular file. But if I go further and look for something else, shoes, MVC, categories, you see now we still have a problem. So global using comes in and replace that. Now, if I go back and uncomment, we are good to go. Even the categories profile, we are good to go, right? But now I have this guy, which is unnecessarily. So with that being said, I can just easily remove it, right? And good. And by the way, if you see the color coding, this is like a yellowish type of orange. It means that it was modified with this dot. It means that this was modified. And I don't like stuff like this. Another reason you should be very careful. I was thinking about this before making this video. When you now all of a sudden are about to commit, let me make an example. And oh, by the way, these are all my commits. I'll probably do a video about the version control. Hey, there's a lot. There's a lot of commits here. There's a lot of commits here. There's a lot. Back in 10 May, there's a lot of commits. You can even go. If you want to learn about the version control, please let me know specifically what you want me to target, right? Okay. But I want to show you something before I create a commit. Let me close this and this. So you see that this guy was modified client profile class, right? If I tap on it, it will show that I added unnecessary line, empty line, which is number 2, And then this one, it's unnecessary. So I like to check every single file that I may have changed or modified. Even the new ones, I like to thoroughly go there. So in this case, we don't need this. I can just easily remove, and this file will not be modified. There we go. So this is all about global usings. It's a very, very powerful thing. There are times I was working on something because they're clashing. They are clashing. Do I still have time to show that? But it's fine. I don't have enough time. So this is everything that I've learned, and I like to give back. Right? Again, my name is Tumitladi, and I like to create these short videos to help you. And with that being said, I did help quite a lot of people. Some were the students, dealing with the exams. I don't do the exams for them. I guide them based on my knowledge and expertise. And some of them were people just consulting because they're in the same space as mine. If you do have a question, feel free, holler at me. And then if you want to know specifically about global users, like I said, I'm not sure what C# version this is that came out, but you can do research. If someone knows, please comment down and say this was the year Microsoft released this under C# or maybe the framework itself, but obviously this is a C# thing. And yeah, just tell me when, because I remember I did it, but I can't remember when. All right, I don't know. Can we see the history of this file? Can we see the history? But you know what I can do? Let's do this. Let's see quickly. We still got time. Let's go to web, and then let's go to global usings, and you can see the history. You see it was modified 2 days ago. The index page for business crew. Let's see the comment quickly of this guy. What were we doing here? But specifically for that file, global usings. Oh, I forgot that they made it easy for us to just global usings. There we go. So you see, then I added this guy, global using for MVC, and then for the services, and then yeah. So this helps to see that, but I want to see the entire history of this guy. There we go. So when I 2 days ago added the index page for business for crew, when I added the contact info page for clients, because then I have to keep on doing something. When I get all notification for one particular user, new services for notification system. Do you understand? So those are changes on the particular global usings class. So like I said, if you have any comments down, please leave them down below about anything general. But if you want to learn something, I'm still here. Feel free to holler at me. I'm still going to be making these short videos, and they're going to be random. I don't know what next time I'm going to do. I gave you the heads up about version control. Maybe I might do versioning. Why do you see this V1? Maybe I might do that. Maybe I might do automapper. Maybe I might do contracts for requests and responses for web API. Maybe I might do the installers. Shout out to Nicky Chapsas, I believe that's his name. When I learned about this, you can actually separate these things like a lot. I can actually show you a lot. All right, that's it for me. Until next time.